Further up the road in Stellenbosch, we return to the Stellenbosch Academy of Sport's Rugby Institute to catch up with a Sevens legend who hung up his boots 3 years ago but has returned to the game in a new role. Chris is the head coach of the Sevens program.
I've ended off my career in 2021 after the Olympics, and actually just wanted a complete break from rugby, so I actually left rugby completely. I was on my way actually to perhaps go to Hong Kong as a coach, and then I decided, I want to be out of rugby completely. So I took a job as a quantity surveyor and worked for just over a year. And yeah, I found myself back into rugby. Strangely enough, it just felt me pulling back, and here I am back at SAS and enjoying my time.
The skills up top. Look at him go nice and high.
So an academy like this is extremely important, and it's especially for the kid who didn't play Craven Week or didn't play an academy week, hasn't been picked up at university, and he's very close to actually creating an opportunity in rugby for himself. He's just perhaps not had the time to develop, or maybe a little bit of a late bloomer. So I take myself the same. Didn't get contracted out of school, played second team for my school, so it was a difficult process. I was fortunate enough to go to a university, but it took quite some time. So a facility like this and a program like this, it gives you that little bit of a boost. It's a little bit of a catch-up, but also exposes you to a high-performance environment, which is very crucial for development. So our 15s program runs in the beginning of the year and the 7s in the second half, and there's a lot of information transferred between the two, even though because it's still rugby. So it's nice having two different approaches where you've got a 15 specialist guys who've played 15 game and who've coached at high levels, and the same at sevens, being involved in sevens quite some time. It just transfers information a lot easier, and I think it's crucial for the environment, being a sevens player or 15s respectively.
Chris also returned to the field this year, making his SA Rugby Legends debut at the Cape Town 10s.
Yeah, I think exciting for us also to be connected to the Legends. There's so much information and so many guys who've played at high levels, and there's so much we can take, not only as mentors, coaches, as players, but the guys still being involved in rugby is so important, it's so crucial. It just gives so much, and that's the exciting thing about the Legends. They're really giving back to the game, from grassroots all the way to the top. There's a few guys I'm still giving calls and getting some good information from, and it's great for rugby, and it's great for the growth of rugby. Then the other part is that still being associated with rugby as part of the Legends, and with the 10s, was a great my first introduction, but such a great initiative, being part of something like that. It's still competitive and it's still exciting, but it's still a way to connect with old mates and making quite a new friends, guys who've been around the block, and guys strangely enough you've been looking up to as players, and now you're playing alongside them. So yes, it's all great being part of the Legends.
We hope to see more of Chris in future Legends games.